4, 3, 2, 1, 0, go. Okay. The countdown snuck up on me. Alright, we're starting off at the house. 300 bucks. Yeah, the show was entertaining, but I don't know. It's only 3 seasons. It's of the genre that's like, I should have grabbed a sign. That's what I should have done. You know, I can check the tree pull on the way out. I'll kill one of the guards in here. Yeah, no, it's an odd genre of film, not film, but like show. For the YouTube crowd, I'm talking about 1999's Relic Hunter TV series, starring Tia Carrera as not Lara Croft. Ooh, heart. Okay. 305 bucks. Now I'm going to pull on a tree. Fairies? Alright, that doesn't do me any good. Trees sometimes contain valuable things, like little winged ladies. Just once I'm going to pull on one of those trees and Keebler elves are going to come out and give me cookies. I already know what's on tree pull. So I'm going to save that. Crab, what do you got for me? 5 bucks, 5 bucks. I can go back in time 5 years and afford a foot-long Subway. Oh no, it's an Agaseed! Glove is on Aghanim. Oh no! Elves do be funky. That's not what I wanted to do. Come on back, bird. There we go. Okay. Shield. I'll grab that. Yeah, elves is such an odd, like, catch-all term that gets, you know, trotted out. Obviously, half of us in chat here are Warcraft players, so we know... Oh, there's the bow, at least. To us, elves have a very specific meaning and don't necessarily make, you know, cookies in trees or sell cereal. Oh, there we go. Tier 2 tree... Bleh, tongue twister. Tier 2 tree pull. You know what? I take it back. Night elves totally live in a tree and make cookies. Or they used to, anyway. You know what? No, they have a new tree. That joke is okay to make now. They do make cookies. And also around the Lunar Festival. They got those, the moon biscuit things. Why am I saying moon biscuits? The moon cakes! I have an elf named moon cakes and everything. End of Dragonflight. Yeah, Toronto was gifted a seed at the end of Shadowlands, and she brought it with her into, like, the Dragon Isles, and planted it there. It's, Belemeth, I believe? I will say, the Stitch sprite looks pretty good. I wonder... I wouldn't put it past Disney to make to commission a video game based off of Lilo and Stitch. It might have just been super easy to pull a sprite from an existing video game. We suspect that the slime sprite I played as, he gets pajamas. I didn't expect that. We suspect that the slime sprite I played as the other week was from a DS game. 300 bucks. This is the first time I think I've ever seen him give me money. Normally you pay him 100 rupees, and he gives you trash. This time I gave him 100 rupees and he gave me 300 rupees. He's pulling a Tommy Shrigley. He found 100,000 rupees and turned it into 16,000 rupees. I don't have a bottle yet. No, I don't have a bottle yet. It's such a good bit. Zach Oyama is a comedy ninja. I'll grab a boomerang. I like boomerang. Now I can check the stun prize. You know, Zach is so funny, I just want to give him a little clap. Oh, you know, say what you will about things, at least we are in kind of a golden age. I don't need that rupee. Save and quit. We're in kind of a golden age for comedy. Somewhat. Dropout is fantastic. Dropout is giving us such good content. We're going to the house, I guess. I don't have the things to even approach fighting Aga yet. Oh gosh. Okay, I can do Eastern, but... Ugh. Well... We're gonna go do South Shore checks, because I have the flippers. And we have enough money for Zora. Oh, full magic. Gimme. Yes, I'm biased, because Dropout is hilarious. Now the 50 bucks. I actually just watched the new Actually earlier today while I was working, and my workday was real slow. And I was not expecting, but I was happy to see a Buffy the Vampire Slayer themed... Ooh, Master Sword. I'll need that for fighting Aga. Buffy the Vampire Slayer themed episode. I'm like, I watched that show. I can do this. One of the contestants, I won't say he wrote the show, because he didn't write the show, but he did write the comics. Is that an unfair advantage? I don't know. I don't think he won. I don't remember who won. And that's the great thing about Actually. It doesn't really matter. Oh, there's Lamp. Alright, well, Aga is officially... Oh. Oh! Oh! They gave him the judo gi. Okay. I have not watched the movie. How do I know this is a thing? Oh, but yeah, no, I guess he's just like a writer. He's incidentally done Buffy stuff. And they also talked about Angel as well. Because if you're going to talk about Buffy, got to talk about Angel too. In fact, one of the games was they showed them a demon and they had to figure out whether it was from Buffy or from Angel. One of them was difficult because there is an episode of Buffy where Giles gets turned into a demon. And the demon he turns into looks like another demon that shows up in Angel later on. So everybody was looking at it like, wait a minute. What are you? Ooh, that's money. Okay. Or no, maybe this is the Elvis costume. He does both, right? Or maybe I'm just thinking of the Elvis costume. Has he ever done a judo thing? Yeah, no, he's even got the gold chains. Yeah, no, this is Elvis look. This is a jumpsuit. This is an Elvis jumpsuit. Oh, this is a well done sprite. I appreciate this sprite more than I thought I would. That is true. God, now I'm like... So Disney had a lot of really good animated series back in the 90s. Yeah, mushroom, okay. 10 arrows, okay. And most of their 90s TV shows, I say most because I could think of one that didn't make the cut. Referenced in DuckTales DuckTales 2017. Basically every show. Except for Bonkers. Why Bonkers didn't get mentioned, I don't know. Oh, Hookshot. I do need that. Okay. And you know, now that I think about it, I don't know that we necessarily got, an Aladdin reference. Which... And yeah, he does kind of look like he's got hair stuff going on. That is also a nice touch. And I can imagine exactly how they could have pulled that off, using sprite stuff. Oh, why am I bonking? Why am I running back? Save and quit. Okay, we have the lamp, we have the Master Sword. We don't have the Moon Pearl, so there's not really... You know what? No. We're gonna go fight Ganon. Let's go do it. Ganon will get us Glove. I don't think I did the Bonk Rocks at Sanctuary. I'll have to go back. I mean, I gotta go back anyway, because, you know, there's things to do over there. Yes, considering I already have the best armor in the game, I'm not gonna run into the basement to grab whatever's down there. Because that would involve, at this point, having to death warp out because I don't have a mirror. I don't particularly feel like death warping when I have the best armor. Come on over, fellas. Yeah, sure. Excuse me? Excuse you. I will say this, I've taken a lot of hits, but it's fine. Oh yeah, give me that key. Which way now? I never do this place. This is, like... So, Aga is something you never want to do as a racer. So, it's very easy to get lost in this maze. There we go. Yeah, Dark Maze in Palace of Darkness, I can do in... I'm saying dark too much. Without the lamp, I can do it. No problem. Well, not no problem. Some problem, but I can do it. I was not responsible for that guard's death. Oh. I am being very cavalier about my health. See, here's the thing, is death warping from the basement involves taking hits from green guards that are very weak, and, excuse you. Yeah, green guards who are very weak, and also, using bombs in case the green guard has already been killed. Bombs do, like, half a heart of damage when you've got the red armor. Where's health? There's health. Okay. I'd be blowing myself up all day if I was down in the basement of this place. Why? Okay. So weird, when you throw it, and it goes all of 2 feet and comes back. I feel like Dan in Street Fighter. Nobody gets that reference. Dan in Street Fighter, when he throws a fireball, it stops about 2 feet in front of his face. It is a reference to Art of Fighting character Ryo Sakazaki. And also his best pal / palette swap, well, not palette swap. Basically, the Ken to his Ryu, Robert Garcia. Both of their fireballs go incredibly short distances. Enough with the blue balls. Give me the thing I can bounce back. Like that. Thank you. I've not been counting, so I'll just keep going until he stops. Which honestly is how you have to fight him anyway, but still. It'll be a pleasant surprise. I suppose realistically, Stitch can throw the boomerang from the side. He has 2 extra arms that pop out sometimes. There we go. Oh! Okay, this is great. This is a nice sprite. $50. Oh, okay. We do not have the mirror, so I can look at the map. Okay, Skullwoods and Misery Mire. Do not need to do those. Alright. Save and quit. We'll get out of there. That is very cute. I appreciate that. And that's also a really good Lilo sprite, considering, you know, you only play as that when you're, you know, when you've been hit by a bunny beam or you don't have the moon pearl. Yeah, I ran right past this. I swear, if this is the moon pearl, I will feel so silly. It's $20. Okay, that's fine. Our progress was not hindered by a lack of $20. Alright, we're gonna go get gloves. Then I guess we'll save and quit. Or you know what? No, we're gonna get the gloves, then we're gonna come right back down, and we're gonna go up the mountain. Yeah, we got the lamp, so we can easily find our way through. It'll be fine. No crab under that rock. I don't know what the chances are on that happening, but it happens fairly often, so I'm inclined to think like 50-50. Hello, old man, let me lead you through the cave. Now, seeing the old man just reminds me of young Frankenstein. The fellow who played the Frankenstein's monster was also the actor who played the father on Everybody Loves Raymond. And I just always remember... Ooh, powder. Okay. I just always remember there was a... $20, Tony. That... Yeah, it was the dad from Everybody Loves Raymond. And there was just I saw a post on Tumblr before where somebody had, like, their Netflix had glitched, and so they were watching Young Frankenstein, and it had the subtitles from Lilo and Stitch, and so they just had, you know, Dr. Frankenstein with the monster and Igor, and just Ohana means family. There's our Titansmiths. Okay, our glove problems are solved. If you find a moon pearl up here, that's fantastic. I don't have a hammer. Ugh. I was about to say, if we can always make use of Super Bunny Cave's unique properties, but if I don't find the hammer, I can't activate the Dark World portal up on top of Spectacle Rock, Turtle Rock. And with no hammer, I also can't access East Death Mountain. So, we're going to do the bomb jump, and then we're just going to go do Spiral Cave, I guess. Yeah, no, Ray Romano gets some... gets some heat. For being kind of, oh, Ice Rod. I'm going to need that. Get some heat for being kind of like one note, but I don't think he's too bad. You know, and that show had some good talent on it. You know, the dad was a serious comedy chops fella. God, I always think that Young Frankenstein is older than it is, but it's only because Mel Brooks insisted on filming it in black and white. It is not an old film. Okay, let's go do, let's do Back of Escape. There's 3 chests right there. Yeah, they had the dad from Frankenstein. They had Brad Garrett as his brother. He's great. He's a prolific voice actor these days. He's possibly my favorite voice for Lobo. Okay, there are 6 items in Hyrule Castle. That's 1. That's 2. Oh, and the thing is, I don't even, like, Ray Romano isn't even, like, super unfunny or anything. He's standing in a room with other very funny people. They use the lab equipment from the original Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein movies. That is fantastic. That's the sort of attention to detail I expect from Mel Brooks. Okay, 3 more items in Hyrule Castle. Ooh. You know what? Mel Brooks is one of the real ones. He's great. Let's go do... I guess we'll go do Eastern and check what Aga's got along... Not Aga. What Sahasrah's has got along the way. Excuse you. You know what? Mushroom. If we get our hands on the mirror, then I can get the powder, no problem. We know where that is. So I have no qualms about turning in the mushroom. It's weird. I tried to watch History of the World Part 2 on Netflix, and I was just like... Something is off here? Like, the production value seemed too crisp You know what I mean? Like, Mel Brooks' stuff always has that very obvious, this is a parody thing going for it. And, like, History of the World Part 2 had, like, Netflix show vibes. Like, it was too high production value, but not so high that it was good, if that makes sense. I also feel like he may have had minimal hand in writing. Which, to be fair, I don't think he's written anything since Men in Tights, right? The second one only came out a couple of years back, so you'd be well excused to have not seen it. Where's my Moon Pearl? And, like, it's not even... History of the World Part 2 isn't even a movie, it's like a TV series. And by that I mean a Netflix series. So you can watch it on your TV, but it's not made for a network. Supposedly they have been working on Spaceballs 2, The Quest for More Money. Supposedly. He's gotta be, what, like 96 these days, right? I don't know if they're actually going with that for the title, but that is what they said the title was back in Spaceballs 1. It should be, though. Single arrow. Okay. Rick Moranis is still around, so they can get him back. I think only 3 of the actors who were somewhat important have passed on since then. Joan Rivers, obviously. She cannot return as the robot. John Candy cannot return as the Barf the Mog. It's 2 of the 3 items that are in here. And Dick Van Patten cannot return as the King of Druidia. Yes, I know his name for some reason. Oh, and Dom DeLuise can't return as Pizza the Hut, but that's okay. He was dead at the end anyway. I almost booched that room. Tim Russ is still alive, and I have to imagine he would be super happy to reprise his role in that. That man is a super nerd. We're looking at Vanilla Big Key, so we're going to go all the way over. It is true, but that is one of the more memorable lines from the film. And God, yeah, the Pizza the Hut, Pizza the Hut puppet was alarming. God, just out there combing the desert. What a great visual pun. Yeah, we're gonna do that. There's our big key. It just saved my health. You know. Alright, we'll check the big chest. The big chest will probably give us... If the big chest gives us the map, then we can peace out. If the big chest does not give us the map, then we need to go fight the boss. Which we can do. Or... Heart piece. Okay, we don't need to fight the boss. So I'm not going to say I'm not going to fight the boss. What this means, though, is we have just a couple of... We have a couple of small individual checks. I'm going to go do the dig spot first. Depending on what I find in the dig spot, if it's the Moon Pearl, then we go to the Dark World. If it's not the Moon Pearl, then we keep looking. I missed. Moon Pearl! Alright, well then, I guess we can go to the Dark World. Best way to the Dark World is through the back of Kakariko. I will say, I do enjoy Tuvok. He is a great character. There's always something fun about an actor who's, like, actually good and excited to do a thing, playing, like, the deadpan, morose, you know, super serious character. Case in point, Brent Spiner. Anytime Data ends up, like, actually having something like emotion happen, he nails it. He kills it. It's great. Thank you. And same with Tuvok. You know, Tim Russ is like a fun dude. And his non-Tuvok parts were also fantastic. Bombs. Ugh. We're looking for Mirror here. Or Hammer. Mirror or Hammer, either one. This is a crystal dungeon, so I will do that after I check the C-shaped house. I know that I like to, like... So it's popular to rag on Enterprise. Here's the thing, and I know that since you're watching through TNG, you can say that you can probably vouch for this. Star Trek has a problem where the first season or season and a half, bad. It's bad. That applies to TNG. But then they really pick it up. The same thing happened with Deep Space Nine. Once Sisko shaved his head, everything was right. It's like Riker's beard or Eddie Guerrero's mullet. I gotta throw in one for the wrestling fans. Used to be a thing we always used to say. If you see Eddie Guerrero come out and he's got a mullet, you know you're in store for a good match. Though honestly, I think Eddie could pull off a good match no matter what his haircut was. There's our big key. I will say, and this might be blasphemous, I have not actually muddled my way through TOS. Really, I've only watched the 3 Star Trek series. And I will still criticize Voyager for things. For things. There's issues. There's issues spread throughout the series that don't necessarily get solved by the bad first season rule. Bah. Ooh. Okay, what's going on up here? DS9 was messy on the first season, yes. Sisko didn't get the full shave until season 4. Oh! Maybe it was the facial hair that is more of his distinguishing feature. Remember, there's some characters in Star Trek that facial hair is their entire defining character. We're looking at you, Tom Riker. Yes. Well, oh, no, so, I mean, you watched through Deep Space Nine, so you are aware of the scene where Thomas Riker shows up instead of Will Riker, and he's posing as Will. And we get the dramatic reveal where he peels off his fake sideburns. Just to let the audience know, because nobody else is there on the Bridge of the Defiant with him. He just peels off his fake sideburns to let the audience know, hey, this isn't who you thought it was. And I guarantee most of the audience was like, why does he have fake sideburns? He's a minor part from a throwaway episode that ain't nobody gonna remember. Until like the next episode where they have to be like, So apparently our gunship was stolen by a transporter clone of Will Riker, going by Thomas. It's like, oh, right, that was something that happened. I'd completely forgotten because it lasted for all of like 20 minutes. Desert humor often dry. Ugh. You know what? We're just gonna blue cane it. There we go. Oh! God, I'm not surprised Avery Brooks has declined to like come back for more official Star Trek stuff. He did show up for that the Captain's documentary where they had like... Did they bring back Janeway for that? Wait a minute. Hang on. Step back in. It might have just been Picard... Alright, I can forget that last item. The Captain's documentary might have just been Picard, Kirk, and Sisko. Now that I think about it. It may have been around the time when... Well, no, because Deep Space Nine was still going when Voyager started. What the heck? I don't know. Maybe Shatner didn't want to share the stage with a woman. Let's be real, he's kind of like that. Okay, we have obtained our dig game item. Still no mirror, so we're gonna go... I didn't check the brewery. I'm coming back for you, Frog. Don't you worry. The same thing happened with Deep Space Nine and TNG. TNG was wrapping up while Deep Space Nine was starting. $20. So glad I came back. All these acronyms. Yes, even like the issues with Voyager. The ending felt weird to me. Just bizarre, convoluted mess. I'm Captain Janeway, I'm here from the future. Let me transport you immediately back home using the Borg network, which I have access to. Okay, just Janeway out of nowhere to save the day, I guess. No mirror, I cannot do Swamp Palace. There's our tempered sword. And bombs, okay. Yeah, and then Enterprise didn't get enough time and enough attention from the fans to really develop that decent second season. By the time Season 2 rolled around, most people had tuned out. I know I was like, oh, Scott Bakula, he's fun. That should be good. I remembered Quantum Leap. I will say this for Voyager. So Tim Russ was great. But I have a little joke I always like to make where I say my favorite character on the show is Tuvix, who was on screen for most of one episode. The reason why Tuvix is the best character in the show is when you see Tuvix, you know you're not going to see Neelix. You know what? I have the Titan's Mitts now, so I can do Death Mountain stuff in the Dark World. Eh, worth doing. Oh, potion. Okay, let's take that to the sick kid before we leave here. Like, I can't even say that, like, oh, he's an annoying character, and that really put me off. Because I like annoying characters sometimes. Quark is fantastic. Bombs. Okay. Alright. Yes, he does. I just remember reading somebody had said that there was like a Star Trek convention where somebody asked Rene Auberjonois what's the nature of the relationship between Quark and Odo, and he just, without missing a beat, just said one word, just sexual, and left it at that. Oh my god. The fans all know. The fans all know that that Garak and Bashir is basically canon, so they have to just clamor for Odo and Quark. Oh, remember that time some alien stole Neelix's lungs? And so they made him holographic lungs? I mean, they got the two actors to straight up read fanfiction on the internet. At that point, you know, Rick Berman be damned. Nobody's listening to you anymore, Rick. $20. Heart piece. Come on. I mean, that just makes sense. Bashir is a bottom. $5. Where's my money? I mean, not money. I don't need money. Money's what I'm finding. It's what I don't want. $50. Okay. And Bombos. I don't even have that one yet. Okay, the one I don't have. And I don't have the hammer, so I can't even do Spike Cave. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, I guess we'll go do... God, I guess I'll do the front of Hyrule Castle. Yeah, that's my only option. I can't get to Hera. I can't get into Desert Palace. Oh no! You know what? Through that portal, I can get into Pod. I'm going to Pod. I'm going to Catfish. No, I'm going to Pod. Pod has 5 items. Catfish will be a follow-up. If I don't find the hammer in Pod, then I can't finish Pod, but it's worth starting. I just have one important question about lower decks. Do they have Tholians? It's Tholians with a TH, not Bolians with a B. I realized I should clarify. One of them is a blue alien that has a line down their face. The other is a crystalline alien species that creates webs. I guess they're like spiders or something. Good. Tholians, like the fact that... Okay, I know a little bit about TOS, okay? So I haven't watched the whole series. I've caught episodes here and there. The Tholian web was such a... just a badass concept, and then they didn't do anything with it afterwards. I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to go up and grab that other chest. Alright, we're going back. No hammer. I can't properly do the other directions, so we gotta do this first. Take 2. Straight up. That's the map. Okay, I'm sure this is probably just another small key, but you never know. Yep, okay. We've been watching another sci-fi series in our downtime over here. And by over here, I mean the internet. Because we have to watch via Discord call. Farscape. I've already seen it all, so I know it's fantastic. But if you're not aware of what Farscape has in store, you are not prepared. It's so good. Oh my god. Like, yes. Small key. Are you the mirror? You're not, you're the big key. Okay. The puppet is so good. If I recall correctly, Armin Shimmerman may have also been in a film adaptation of... God, what's that Ayn Rand thing? Atlas Shrugged? And yes, the puppet work in Farscape is fantastic. That's one thing that series has over basically any other sci-fi, is that they don't just rely on we glued something to a human's forehead. They have puppets. Provided by the Jim Henson Company. Oh no. Sometimes it is a dog. Sometimes it's a rock star who wants to be your dog. Does anybody get that reference? Ah, small key. Okay. It's not Bowie. Okay. There, in Deep Space Nine, this is a full-on Star Trek episode of this race series. In Deep Space Nine, there is an episode. Ooh, cape. I can check bumper ledge. There's an episode, one of my favorite episodes, one of the best episodes of the series, The Magnificent Ferengi, where Quark's mother gets kidnapped by the Dominion, and they have to trade a prisoner for her. And the Vorta who is leading the Jem'Hadar that have her captive is played by none other than Iggy Pop. Famously of the Stooges, One of the hardest working men in rock and roll. Oh. Well, that means if you ever rewatch it, you have that in store. It is great. Like, Quark puts together basically a strike team, like a task force, an all-Ferengi task force. Anyway, Iggy Pop has a song called "Now I Want to Be Your Dog," so that's the joke. Heart piece. Where's my mirror? That's all we can do in here. Guess I'm walking out. One of those situations where you're like, maybe Death Warp would be good. But also, no, I'm not going to Death Warp. I'm that close to the door. Alright, when we find the hammer, we come back. For now, I'm going to visit the catfish. And from the catfish, I will save and quit. If I recall correctly, I think in TNG there was like a weird fish race that showed up in the Enterprise at one point. And I think it was like they had two actual famous rock stars play these random fish aliens. And like you can't see any of their faces, so you can't recognize them whatsoever. And I don't know who they were. My brain is saying Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young, but it wasn't them. Greg Allman. It was the Allman Brothers. Oh my god. Yeah. And just like the Allman Brothers, apparently of this episode, I was born a ramblin' man. No, get off me. You serious? Skull rocks. All up in my grill. And we're going to check the catfish. We will hook shot back across. We will check bumper ledge. Can't check graveyard ledge because I don't have the mirror. It's possible catfish will give me the mirror. Possible he'll give me the hammer. It's the hammer! Why did I not do catfish first like I thought I should? Ugh, I feel so silly now. Alright, well, good news. We're gonna go back and we're gonna finish Palace of Darkness. Ugh. What does this shop sell? Do you sell red potions? You do! It's a bit expensive, but I have the cash. I'm not gonna argue with the price. I just refilled that health, man. Anyway, I could talk a lot about Star Trek despite the fact that I only really watched three of the shows. Parts of one of them, and like 2 of the movies. No, maybe 3. I'm not counting the J.J. Abrams movies. When I say I've watched some of the Star Trek movies, I mean the original ones. God, did you try... They did that mobile game, Fleet Command. Did you try that out? That's the wrong way. Throw it that way. Okay. I'll say Fleet Command had a lot of problems. Leshy did do it as a sponsor stream. So I know I tried it, and I think you tried it. But I don't know how much, penetration it would have gotten into, like, the actual mainstream, quote, mainstream, Star Trek fandom. See, this had gacha elements too, except it was like, collect enough cards to get, William Riker for your bridge, or collect enough, pieces to research this ship. It was rough. Oh my god. Like, okay, so this is a Star Trek game. The no-brainer thing to do would be to, give you the ships that are, like, prevalent in the series, Here you can build a Klingon bird of prey. Here you can build the Romulan warbird. What other races have ships named after birds? The important thing is, they have a lot of options. You can build the Ferengi ship, whatever it's called. I don't know what bird it's named after. But no, what they wound up going with was you have like a track of ships that are like in ascending quality. So like the new ship is always better than the old ship. It's not like, and they're all so bad. They're all so bad. Like they had like a special promo ship that you could get. It was just like Spock's ship from the movie. And I'm like, nobody cares about Spock's ship from the movie. We want a Klingon warbird. Give it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. How did I miss? Anyway, so you had like a space station where you were like building various parts for it, and they all had the countdown timer for how long it would take to build. And you'd see your resources go into it and everything, and you had to send out little mining ships to go mine. You could send out any ship to mine, honestly. If you built something that was like the same class as... God, you didn't even get like, this is the class of the Enterprise. It was just like, here, you can build the Enterprise. You can build one of several Enterprises. And it's like, that's not what we want. We want a ship of that class that we can name. And then, like, as your ship is just sitting there idling and collecting, people can just run up and kill you. Because it's got PvP enabled, like, from, like, level 5. And that's just frustrating. Nobody wants to have to rebuild their ship. And, like, I played it for a bit. And then I got to the point where I was like, they just had PvP enabled on your space station. So, like, not only could people come by and attack your mining ships while you're, like, not playing the game, they could just blow up your home base. Like, you had the option of hiding. You had the option of hiding in your base when you weren't playing, if you really wanted to. Games that... Little dudes. I'm gonna guess Clash of Clans, maybe? What's up here? $20, don't need that. You know, what can I do? What can I do? Oh, God, I guess I can do Hera. And you know what? I bet Clash of Clans doesn't play anything like you would expect based off of those ads. And, like, it's not even... Like, Raid Shadow Legends has those ads that are, like, you know, comedy. And clearly they're not representative of gameplay. But also, as a comedy ad, you know they're not trying to be. So that's one item. There's one more item in this dungeon. I'm going to jump in and see if I can find it. Yeah, like Raid Shadow Legends, when they do like a tie-in with a streamer, like a sponsored stream thing, you at least get to see the game happening. Like their B-roll footage thing usually does include actual gameplay. So I at least have to give it to them for that. Big key. Alright. Small key. I'm pretty sure this is also going to be a small key. Yep. Okay. You know what? I will say this much. Raid Shadow Legends at least has some interesting character designs. I didn't have that lined up properly. Wah. Map. Okay. Yes, this is not a sponsored stream. I am just... I participated in a friend's, thing where they were like... They got a sponsored thing, and it's like, oh, if X number of your friends sign up for the game, then we'll pay you extra money. And so, of course, all of their friends were like, yeah, we'll play. We'll play for 20, for 10 levels or however many you need. Why not? Like actual money? Small key. Okay. I know Samantha was doing a thing where she was playing, basically, she would get offers in the game that she likes to play. I don't have the fire rod. I can't do anything in here. She'd get offers on the game that she likes to play, that if she, does things in another game, that she will get currency, so she'd, play the other game for, 30 minutes and then get a bunch of currency for the game she actually wanted to play. No, dang, that's, I mean, 70 is not a ton for every day, but, still, it's probably also not a ton of work. Hello, Marley. Okay, where am I going? I guess... No mirror yet. We're gonna save and quit. We're gonna go up the mountain. Because now that I have the hammer, I can actually get into Hera from the east side. This is the most roundabout nonsense way I've ever had to approach this. Excuse me. Okay, into Paradox Cave. Miss Marley wanted to climb into my lap, and I'm like, no, I'm racing. She's still sitting there looking at me. Aren't you, Marley? Yeah, she is. Oh, she sounds like a frog. It's wonderful. What a great cat. Okay, let's see what's down here. The map. I don't want that. And see, I can't let her up into my lap. Big key. Okay. Now, I can't let her up into my lap because she has a tendency to headbutt the computer. And it has a trackpad, so she can very easily affect things. And I don't want that to happen. There's the compass. Oh no! I'm usually better about scouting that out. Yeah, it makes it a little difficult. I'll give her some pets, though. Marley, no. She's climbing up onto the arm of my chair. What are you doing, Energy Ball? That's not where you're supposed to be. And it was just a small key. Which means there's gonna be something in the basement. I'm gonna move my arm to block her. That's what I'm gonna do. No! She's distracting me. I 100% blame my cat. Who I am petting between screen transitions. No, no. Oh, she's jumped up. Okay, Marley. Hold on, please. Be merciful, I have a cat. No! You know what? I have the cape. See, here's the thing. I don't need a little bed for her to lay in. She could just sit in my actual bed. It's right behind me. Oh my god, that's the worst way that could have gone. Okay. Cape Strat. Bad. Cape Strat bad. It's less that Marley wants to be right next to me, it's that she wants to be... She wants me to be petting her. Right now. She's sitting on my knee, looking at me, occasionally headbutting my arm. Oh. You know what? I'm gonna do this with the hammer. In theory, the hammer does about the same damage as the tempered sword, but it has less knockback. There we go. Okay. Hammer. And he gives me bombos. Alright, I did need bombos. God, but I need other things too. I'm going back in. The worst part is, as dumb as this may be, her purring is audible on the microphone. Marley, you are a loud beast. Oh. No. Okay. Bomb. There we go. Okay. I have the bomb. I can do this. I can chill for a minute and have a drink. I guess also pet this cat. Hello, Marley. Alright, I need my other hand back. Okay... Lamp. Oh, not worth it at all. Okay. Well... God, what can I even do? And we got Bombos. I guess we can go do... I got Bombos. I guess we can go do Ice Palace. Terrible routing. Just terrible. You know what? Before I run over and do Ice Palace, I'm also going to go check what Agina has. He's a little out of the way, but he's a check I didn't do. I'm also going to check to see what's on the desert ledge here. It is $20. I don't need that. Ah. Okay, it was $20. Oh, what I just got through saying about not needing $20. Why am I bothering those pots? Whatever. I suppose it's slightly faster than grabbing the, there's fairies. There's fairies in the back of, Ice Palace. Not the Ice Palace, in the back of the Wishing Fountain. I will also say, the fact that I have not gone back into Hyrule Castle may be biting me in the butt. There are still 3 items in that castle. Depending on what I find in here, I might end up going into Hyrule Castle after that. Hello. I don't know where it is either. Ah. I am pulling my wires away from Marley. Oh, penguins are in the good pack. She's meddling a little bit, just a bit. I don't have the ability to do Icebreaker, so we're actually going to have to do this dungeon slightly legitimately. Only slightly. We will be employing the legendary Ice Palace bomb jump. I do know that there's a way to kill both of these guys with one bomb. Not a technique I have in my repertoire. So I don't do it. I see Saku do it, though. So, I mean, that's only fair. Saku can do that, I can't. I can do the Haripot, she can't. It evens out in the end. Okay, legendary Ice Palace bomb jump. I don't do this very often, but it has a very clear visual cue. Basically, you need to back up onto this ledge here, and when the little triangle sticking out on of the top 2 here on the left, when the bottom one of the top 2 only has 2 pixels exposed, you're in the right position. I'm going too far back. Right there. So now we need to plant a bomb and then make sure that the top of our sword's blade is a pixel away from the shadow of the bomb. I barely managed that. But yeah, that's how you do it. Give me those bombs. Marley is leaving. Okay. I have my lap back. Ow. It is funny when she leaves, because she just, like, walks off the side of my chair. And onto my coffee table. Now she's gonna lay down on the bed. Small key. Do not yet have the big key, so we're jumping into this hole. Push that. Okay. Yeah, when you're doing this bomb jump style, it gets a little weird. Like, I'm gonna walk out of here. And walk out of a locked key door. And then I'm gonna walk out of here and walk out of a locked key door. Okay, I'm gonna... Well, actually, I was gonna say I'm gonna assume Ice-T is the big key, but it might not be. I just remembered there's also the stuff that's behind Icebreaker that I did not get. It's the Butter Sword. I am honestly surprised to see that. You don't usually get the full Butter Sword upgrade. We do like the Butter Sword. Butter Sword actually has a bit of a story in similarity with you know, King Arthur. Except instead of being given to him by the Lady of the Lake, it's given to him by the Lady of the Land O'Lakes. We make bad jokes on this channel. Alright, and we'll just hookshot across and get the compass. Alright, sure. We got the big key anyway, so we'll do this room again and we'll get the big chest. You're not in the right spot at all, are you? No, okay. Yeah, I did not mean to plant it there, it just wound up popping out. Half magic. That is actually very useful. I do like to see it. Alright, now that we have our big key, we can just do this. Ow. Actually, don't care about killing all those guys. Swap back to the hammer. And we have the hammer, so we can... Oh, no, we can't. I was going to say we can get into Turtle Rock, but we can't. We can open up the front of Turtle Rock. We can't do anything in Turtle Rock. Cold Stare, we meet again. I once again get the very clean Cold Stare kill. And we get bombs. Alright, bombs, sure. Sure, bombs. Oh, I'm gonna hate myself, but we're gonna do it. I'm gonna go check Hyrule Castle. There are 3 more items in that castle, and just the front of escape is left. Here's the problem. I need to go around the long way. Now. No! Because with the castle portal open on the front door, I gotta do this. Sneak in the back through the secret passage. And like the wild thing is right now I can even say that like my solution is not on pedestal because pedestal requires doing Misery Mire and I can't even get there because I don't have the mirror. Mirror is my you know, stumbling block right now. Mirror, Samaria, and Fire Rod. Once I get those 3 things, then I'm set. Hell, Samaria would at least let me do Turtle Rock. Up to the boss. There's 5 chests in Turtle Rock. It's only 2 in Misery Mire, so if I have to skip any dungeon, I'm glad it's Misery Mire. Almost never worth doing, and yet the area outside of Misery Mire, usually pretty good. Alright, Castle, you have 1 more chance to give me something decent. What's in Zelda's cell? Oh god. 1 hit from the Butter Sword does him in. Okay. $20. Oh my god. What is going on? Okay, what is going on? I guess... Oh, alright. I will catch you tomorrow after I'm home from the thing. When I return to the blacksmith, I have the ability to do hammer pegs and purple chest. Did I talk to the blacksmith again to get his thing? Yeah, I did. Okay. Alright. New plan. Hammer pegs, purple chest. Chicken. It is a good plan. It is the best plan I've got. Can't think of any other checks that I haven't done. I know there's 1 chest left in Thieves Town there, but I couldn't get to it, and it's, you know, at this point I also think I realized it's just a compass or something, isn't it? That's what I want. Okay. This is bombs. Bombs. Alright, purple chest, you coming with me. Save a quit. we'll go to the house and take our purple chest to the desert. I suppose I could do Spike Cave too. I have 2 invulnerability items. Yeah, okay, if purple chest is a bust, then I'll go back to the mountain and I'll do Spike Cave. It's a bottle. Okay. If I can't find what I'm looking for, I'll blame Marley. She distracted me for a while. God, I was just saying I was going to do something, and now my brain is like, you've forgotten it entirely. Okay, well, I think on that I'm going to go over here. Spike Cave! Oh my god, I'm in even the wrong spot. Why did I go to the sanctuary? That's how bad I forgot. No! I hate them. Just the worst enemy. No! Okay. Alright, we took a bit of damage, but that's okay. Alright to take a bit of damage getting in here, because one of these usually has something health restoring in it. Usually. Alright. Okay. What we're gonna do, we'll use our hookshot strats to relatively speed through here. Pop the cape at the last second just to conserve magic. And there's our flute. Okay. Alright, flute. From there, we will take the flute to the village and activate it. So armed with so much flute, we'll, I guess we'll go check the Mire Shed area. I can get into Misery Mire, but there's 2 things in it, and I can't clear the dungeon. And without the mirror, there's not really a lot of sense in going... I don't know. I can't get into Desert Palace right now without either the mirror or the book. Alright. The duck is free. And now we're flying. I want to check something real quick. Okay. I was like, did I actually pick up the other thing? I did. I just forgot. But having extra blue potion is never bad. Alright, here we are in the desert. Jump in here and it becomes rainy and swampy. Alright, I mean, I know I have the medallion. I have all three. It's fine. Alright, what's in here? Bombs. And heart. Okay. We're gonna do Misery Mire. It's not even the green pendant. Oh my god. The possibility of a pedestal seed is now extremely high. Okay. These guys here relatively quickly. Alright, with that taken care of, let's see if we can find anything of value in this dungeon. There are 2 items. Since this is a pendant dungeon, I do kind of just want to skip it if I find them both. But also, as I've said, the possibility of this being a pedestal seed is very quickly approaching, very possible. So we'll see what happens. That's not what I meant to do. Whatever. The mirror. Oh, that's one item, though. There's 2. There's 2 items in here. I gotta keep looking. The red cane might be in here. Do definitely need that red cane for Turtle Rock. For a second I was like, wait, do I need it? What do I need it for? And I'm like, yeah. You can't get past the first room in Turtle Rock if you don't have that red cane. Big key. Alright. I guess we gotta do this with the lamp. Hardly ideal, but we can do it. Map. Okay. God, this room up here is gonna be an absolute pain. Because I actually need to do it the way they intended. Set all of these up before I do anything. Then we light the torches. All 4 need to be lit. God, I found out the other day that my favorite stand-up comedian is doing a new tour. I will not be able to see it because he primarily only tours in the UK. But part of his act this time around does involve a werewolf costume. This promises to be a... Oh, God. Okay, well... That answers my question about what's in here. Yes, werewolf costume for stand-up comedy act promises to be an interesting piece of artifice. But now we have the mirror. So we can do Swamp Palace, which has 6 items, and Desert Palace, which has 2. And I can also get this. And I can not stress about getting my hands on the... Okay, alright, okay. I can take a hint. This is the right place to be. I cannot stress about finding the fire rod just yet. We'll see what happens. Okay. So since we're in the area, I am going to do the Desert Palace. It'd be silly not to. I know there's $20 to the south there. I'm just going to ignore that because it's 20 bucks. I am at present a 700 air. That's the map. I don't need that. Which means this chest in the middle is going to be a small key. Official prediction. Small key. Which means the room on the right over here is going to have the big key and either an item or the compass. $1. Okay. Very low stakes dungeon. Now. The big key. Alright. Warp back to the entrance we used, which was the exit. And we'll run up and grab the big chest just because. Any fans of fantasy franchises will be absolutely devastated to know apparently Amazon has cancelled the Wheel of Time. Wow. My loot for Desert Palace is $6. Yes, 3 seasons in, Amazon says, that's enough of that, I guess. And we are all poorer for it because it has been a very good show. We're hoping that maybe they can find another network to pick it up. Yeah, like, I mentioned that we've been watching through Farscape, and we took a break on Farscape because the new season of Wheel of Time came out, and we were like, let's marathon that. And so we were doing, like, 2-episode sit-ins for that, because those are long-ass episodes. Not that Farscape is particularly short episodes, but they're relatively short. I have a sword that can 2-shot all of these guys. And I'm gonna get this done in maybe 3 phases. Ridiculous. Alright, give me that compass. Crystal, and let's get out of here. Do I have both red crystals now, I wonder? Hard to say. I do! Okay, I know exactly what to do then. We are going to the home. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to experiment with the Pyramid Fairy until I know I need it. Which means I'm going to go in here. Now, what do I need? I need the fire rod. I saw the ice rod earlier. Where did I see that? Well, I'll figure it out, I'm sure. You're right, it was up on the floating island on Death Mountain. I'm like, I saw it, which means it has to be in one of the places where it's visible. And as far as I'm aware, the visible items are the lumberjack ledge, the bumper ledge, and also Spectacle Rock, and yeah, the floating island, and also Lake Hylia. And I had memories of all but one of those, so that by process of elimination, that has to have been it. That or I've forgotten something, but I'm pretty sure I didn't forget. Ooh, big key right off the bat. I don't dislike seeing that. I'm going to steal a key for use later. I am going to do the specky clip to get through this rail. There we go. First try. Not bad. We have had somebody forfeit the race. They'll get it one of these days. Compass. Alright, big key's trash. No items yet. Swamp does have 6. I will have to keep track of this. $10 arrows, that's 1 item. Frankly, I do need to do left side. Like, I got Samaria now, so I can actually do Diver Down. This is fine. Just set that up. Do this. Swear to God. Jankiest glitch. I don't even know if it's that much faster. But it's so weird that I have to do it. Yeah, think about it. That guy forfeited already, and I'm like... It hasn't even been 2 hours, dog. Nobody's finished yet. Okay, that's another item. Another item. Alright, well, I'm glad I came over, not because they're good, but because it would have been like in my head, ooh, those could be the things you need. I was going to end up over there either way. Alright, so now we just run into the back. Well, I shouldn't say I was going to wind up over there either way. That's not necessarily true. If I find the fire rod in the back, then I'd be done. Ah. We're going to use Diver Down again. Oh, Sartaz just finished. God. I am well behind the leaders of the pack, apparently. That's fine. Little shield. A map. Okay. Yeah, I still have a whole other dungeon to do. Another heart piece. Okay. Alright. Swamp Palace just trolling you. With heart pieces. We're going directly to the boss. Tragically, Dear Hypna has gone to sleep. Otherwise, they would see us shaving an eyeball. So many eyeball bosses in this game. Such strange gimmicks. I don't have either. I don't have either rod. I just need to spin attack him, I guess. There we go. Whoa! 2 forfeits. What's going on this week? Okay, I am in the area. If I was not in the area, I would not consider doing this. I'm going to go check Cave 45. If it's Fire Rod, great. If it's not, then I haven't wasted much time. I know where the Ice Rod is. I know where the powder is. Guards, you stay away. $300, okay. We don't need that. So we're gonna fly up the mountain, and I guess we'll go get the powder, we'll go get the ice rod, and then we'll dip into Turtle Rock. Okay. By running around, I get to line myself up properly with the horizontal path of that portal. Powder, get. Okay. Now I need the hammer in order to get through these pegs over here. I have the butter sword. How are you not dead? Tektites are proving tougher than I previously thought. That shouldn't have worked. Why can dead rocks run through each other? Hate that. You should be blocking him too. Alright. Bombos, let's get this thing open. And then from there, we will go over to Hookshot Cave in order to get our ice rod. Couldn't get it before because I didn't have the mirror, but now I do, so let's get our prize. We need bombs first, though. Despite the fact that this is Hookshot Cave, this is the one thing you need bombs and not Hookshot for. Alright, we're out. Let's grab that. Ice Rod will be very useful, and now Taco is finished. That is 4 out of the 7 racers who have stopped playing, we'll say. 2 forfeits, 2 finishes. Okay, so we're just sort of hoping. We are hoping, we are praying. We desperately want the Fire Rod to be in this dungeon. But this seed has been kind of trolly, so I don't know that I necessarily expect it. It can't be. We need the fire rod for the next room. Alright, back to the drawing board. Oh no. Okay, Pyramid Fairy it is. Let's check Pyramid Fairy. Boy, I can't believe I did that. Marley's not even in the room anymore, so I can't blame her. One of the folks who forfeited is somebody who actually finished super quick last week. So that kind of surprises me a little bit. They've left a comment. I will see what happened after. My guess is something came up in real life. That or last week was a weird fluke. I don't know. We'll find out after the race. Excuse me, guards. They watch my alien just dissolve into the dark world, and they're like, how the heck did that happen? Alright, Pyramid Fairy, what do you got for me? 10 arrows. Okay. I got no bottles. Oh, wait. Okay. One thing I can say with certainty is that pedestal cannot have my fire rod. Absolute certainty. I need the fire rod in order to get into Skull Woods. Or in order to get to the boss of Skull Woods. And the boss of Skull Woods has the green pendant, and I would need the green pendant to get the pedestal. Ergo, pedestal can't have fire rod. Alright, we're still in business. Which means Magic Bat is probably my best shot. Kara just finished. Oh god, it's just me and Saku left running. Please, Magic Bat. Please. The book. Oh no. He's sending me on a fetch quest. Okay. The thematic place to use the book to get the fire rod would be the Bombos tablet. So that's where we're going to check first. That's assuming I'm even, like... It's possible I'm overlooking something. I did Hype Cave, right? Yeah, of course I did Hype Cave. I never did Graveyard Ledge. It could be on Graveyard Ledge. Ah! Alright, what do we got here? Fire Rod! Thank God. Oh, I was not looking forward to having to go to Graveyard Ledge. Or Ether Tablet, for that matter. Okay, we have everything we need now. Let's go beat this dungeon and then the game. Ow, I'm getting bullied. Yes, now that I no longer need... And this... I needed the mirror to get the powder, to get the book, to get the... Oh my god. It's a little ridiculous. This is just a... It's a This is a classic quest chain right there. It didn't work that time. I can't even get past them. I hate it. There. Dead rocks. Dealt with. Okay, into the dungeon. Marley came back. Oh! The worst. You know, you would think the butter sword kills the magic pickles just fine. Why do the jellyfish still hurt me when I hit them? That right there and the boss are the two reasons you need the fire rod for this place. Big key, small key, mirror back to the front. Grab full magic and back onto the platform. Get my spin ready for this guy. Okay. That could have gone better, but it could have gone worse. I'm amenable to that. Now, I know, like, the strategy for this game should be, in theory, rush dungeons. But this place, this was such a weird seed, I don't know that that would have worked. No! Oh, I'm Lilo. Shoot me with the I-beam. I wish to be Stitch again. Alright, we'll dip through here. We'll grab this chest. It might be a small key, which we would need. It's a bee in a bottle. We don't need bees in bottles. This is another one of those dungeons that I sometimes have trouble with. Like keeping track of like how many items are left and logically if this should be a key or whatnot. Like I've gone through, I've gotten to the end and realized I can't open the last door to get to the boss because I don't have a small key. And then I'm like, well, where did I miss a key? And the answer is on the big chest. Because you thought you were in go mode and you thought you could skip it. So I'm always cautious in Turtle Rock. I always basically get everything. Like the dungeon is laid out in more or less a straight line. Okay. It's not essential this time around, but you never know. We are, however, skipping Mimic Cave. Because that actually can't be anything we need. It could be the silver arrows, but we don't need those. No! I was supposed to run and bonk. Bonking lets you clear that thing. Ow. No, we're going the wrong way. There we go. Okay. Down and left. Use the hook shot to dodge. I do like that when you come down from there, you just hold left. That's all you gotta do. Okay, so now we need a small key. And before I do anything, I'm gonna set my respawn point right here. I've had too many bad calls in this room to not be careful. Full heart. Small key. Heart piece. And 300 bucks. Okay, well. Honestly, could have stopped at the small key. I didn't need any of the rest of that, and now I have no magic power. Which makes this room less fun. But only less fun, not more difficult. Okay, we have the butter sword, so this will be pretty quick. I'll get out the ice rod to kill the firehead first. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Trinex will do that move. And then I gotta get into position to hit him with the spin attack. There. Relatively clean Trinex fight. And he'll drop an item in the middle of the room. Compass. Alright, that's our final crystal. Now we go over to Ganon's Tower. A friend of mine just reported that they accidentally locked their cat in the bathroom when they went out for their birthday celebration. I know two people who have birthdays today. They are both super gothy, and also it is a day after International Goth Day, apparently, so they just barely missed it. Okay, in we go. God, this seed has been full of predicaments. Let's see how we do. Map. Arrows. Okay. Part of me wants to check the right side first. But I'm not gonna. We will see if my instincts would have been correct when I'm all done going around the right side. Or the left side. I'm getting left and right mixed up here. Also, I meant to bonk off of that, not pick it up. There's a heart. There's a small key. There's a heart. I hate you all. Be dead. And a small key. Alright. Nothing in there. $20. We don't need money. Thank you very much. We are about to go kill a pig god of some sort. And his wizard. Oh no. Didn't work as planned at all. Another small key. Okay. Gonna need bombs next. If my instincts end up being correct and it's over on the right side of the tower, I will explain my reasoning after. Bug net, bombs, 20 bucks, 10 arrows. Hell, I'll explain it now. Basically, since Saku hasn't finished yet, and I'm like, there's no way she's going into the tower after me. I've been so slow. I've made so many bad routing decisions that there's no way she's not fighting Ganon like right now. So it is mildly metagaming, but also, you know, everybody has access to that data. It's not just me. Compass. Alright, we're gonna fight the Armus Knights. Okay, what do we got here? Heart piece, silver arrows, and small key. Well, silvers are interesting. Though that does mean my instincts were correct. Go over here. You know what? I'm going to check it. I'm going to get this chest. I'm going to park here while these do that, and I'm going to have a drink. Because staying hydrated is important. Hydrate before you dihydrate. Yeah, we have been... Oh, wow. Alright. The heart piece. Alright, fine. God, I have so much health. I have so much health, and I don't need any... Well, I don't want to say I don't need any of it, but I certainly don't need the bulk of it. Okay, 20 bucks. There's our big key. My instincts. Alright, now we climb the tower. I mean, at least we got the silvers, so Ganon will be super easy, actually. Red guys, you guts to move. I wish they would drop arrows. There's Saku finished. It's just me. I'm the only one still going. Hooray. Okay. Oh, that's what I get for not trusting my gut. Ow. Yes, when your instincts tell you, hey, maybe check that side. Yeah, maybe it's not the best idea to ignore that. mildly metagamey knowledge, but you know. Not like it's not available to me. It's not screen watching or anything, you know. Okay, we'll just deal with these guys in due order. Fire rod for dealing with this Stalfos. I don't even really need to turn this thing into... Yeah, no, I can just run past it. It's fine. Wasn't there one more? Apparently he died. Okay. I should have the red cane. That's what I should have out. I have gotten so many checks. I just looked at the item screen and I'm like, I have every item. You know, I took a hit, but not a bad room. We want the lamp now. Okay. Ow. I'll find another full magic before the end of the dungeon. I don't need to worry about that one down there. I got half magic, I got green potions, I don't need anything. That key. I'm just gonna go ahead and skip those chests. They can't be anything I need. I mean, look at my inventory. I think I'm maybe missing a bottle? Yeah, this is the heart. That's the full magic. Okay, I can just grab that and we're good. Moldworm. I didn't switch to the hook shot, so I gotta wait for him to blow up. Can't swap items while the boss is blowing up. And the last chest in the game was $50. Did I need to grab it? No. So why did I grab it? Answer to that is force of habit. A little bit of muscle memory there. You know how it be. That's one hit from an incredibly badly placed Aga. Still one hit. Still one, well, 2 hits now. I am doing terribly in this Aga fight. There, he's dead. Okay, now we can go fight Ganon. We can catch up and do the thing that everybody else has done. Wonder where the last shield was. That might be on pedestal, now that I think about it. There's a few chests that I didn't open in Ganon's Tower. It could be in there. Absolute silly time. He's gonna sing I Will Survive at me. I don't know how many hits I need on him. I don't bother counting. I hit him until he's dead. want that lamp next. Not that I exactly need the torch glitch, but you like to get it. No! God. Fine, we'll do it the old-fashioned way. Yeah, okay, move. Ah. I am not doing great this Ganon seed. Okay, he is finished, which means so am I and so is the race. Very interesting Stitch sprite. I didn't know what to anticipate from armor upgrades, and done. Okay, that's the race. The do not finishes was I ran out of checks, and can we say this was a fetch quest from Hell Seed? Yes, you should be sorry, Seed. Oh my god. Your princess is in another castle. Alright. Yeah, when I first started out, I didn't anticipate what they were going to do for the different armor upgrades. And then he got the red jumpsuit, and then the Elvis suit, and I'm like, oh, this is clever. Okay. Is there a Lilo and Stitch video game? I'm gonna look this up real quick. Lilo. And Stitch. Video games. Yeah, there's a few. There's some Game Boy games, yeah. Oh, some of these are... These appear to be mostly the 3D games. I will have to do a deeper dive later. Alright, what's on the pedestal? A piece of health. Okay, no shield. It's very possible somebody just drew that sprite all on their own. That is a thing people do sometimes. Lord knows I tried it and it looked difficult. I am not a good sprite editor. I do not know how this program is supposed to work for sprite editing. Alright, we'll just blow through the credits here real quick. Entrance randomizers, I did not use those. Enemy randomizers, didn't use them. Yeah, there's special randomizer settings. Nobody the Dragon. Okay, thank you, Nobody the Dragon. And special thanks to all the people in the special thanks section, especially Saku, who hosts the Race League. Time found. First sword, 5 minutes. Flute, hour and a half. Mirror, hour and a half. 2 boss kills with Master Sword, 2 with Tempered Sword, 6 with Gold Sword. Didn't take a lot of damage. Used a lot of magic. We love that. 19 save and quits, 59 bonks. Not a lot of bonks. Okay. A minute, almost 2 minutes in menus, and almost 10 lagging. 189 out of 216. Frankly, a miserable collection rate. But that's what we had to do. It's Fetch Quest the Seed. Yeah, look at that. Every item. I had everything except for 3 pieces of heart. That's ridiculous. Oh my god. Alright, well, that is where we're going to leave off, I guess. And that's where we're going to say good night to YouTube. Good night, YouTube.